What's up guys? Thank you so much for joining me for today's cash stuffing video. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Briana. I am 32 years old. I live in Texas and I work full-time as an office manager at an air conditioning company. I have been using the cash stuffing method since 2020 and I am debt-free besides my mortgage. I'm currently working on some savings goals, so if you're into budgeting, cash stuffing, that sort of thing, I hope you decide to stick around for more. And if you're not new, welcome back. Today we are going to be stuffing $425. That's a little bit more than usual because I did get paid from YouTube. Or at least I'm going to get paid from YouTube. But the payment doesn't hit until the 21st, so it's just right around the corner. But I went ahead and stuffed that money into the budget. I got paid $205 from YouTube this month. So I want to say a huge thank you to everyone who tunes into my videos. The payment is so helpful and I'm very grateful to have it. So let's go ahead and get started. Car care is starting off with $10. I hope everyone had a great weekend and is having a good week so far. It's still feeling quite warm outside. It's supposed to rain this coming weekend, which is hopefully going to cool it off, but man, I am so tired of the warmth. So car care has 600 in the bank, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 700, 710, and 715. That is an awesome amount. Next month, I am going to have to renew my registration and probably get my tires rotated. So we are going to be nice and prepared for that. And then coffee is not going to be getting anything. There is $20 in there if I'm not mistaken. Guys, I have been looking for a replacement for this wallet. I have had this exact wallet since 2020. It's the first one I ever got. There's nothing really wrong with it necessarily, except for the zipper doesn't work. It doesn't zip up at all, and it's just getting quite dingy. It's been used heavily for 5 years, but I can't really seem to find this exact layout in a different color. If you know of one, let me know. I've looked on Amazon. The only one that I can find that's like this is also black. I would like to get a brown one if I could find one because I got a new purse and it's brown. So if you know of one, let me know. I would like for it to have the zipper pouch, but if there's not one out there that's brown, I'll just have to work with what I have, which is perfectly fine. I've been making it work for 5 years, so it's okay if I can't find one, but it would be nice to replace it if I could. Moving over to our sinking funds, Briana is going to be getting $20. This is a personal spending category on whatever I want to spend it on. And it now has 20, 40, 60, 65, and 70 in there. I'm not wearing my watch today because it is currently dead and I keep forgetting to charge it. My arm feels quite naked. Miss Candy is going to be getting $20 as well. That is my dog for anyone who might be new. She has 600 in her savings account, 620, 640, 660, and 680 in there. She is going to be staying with her dog sitter whenever we go out of town at the end of December. So I believe I'm going to be using some of that for her dog sitter. I am so excited that she gets to stay with her and not like somewhere that she doesn't know or some kennel somewhere, so that's very exciting. She's currently on her bed over against that wall and she's falling asleep. She is just so cute. Christmas is getting 20. I've been putting 20 in here every week leading up to now, and I have been doing quite a bit of Christmas shopping, guys. As you'll notice, the placeholder is no longer in here because I took that $500 that was in the bank and actually put it into the envelope, and then I started to spend out of it. I have purchased a few gifts, even just today online, so the only people I have left to buy gifts for are my boyfriend's parents and my nephew. That is it. Otherwise, my list is completely done, and I am so excited. So I will have hopefully enough to finish off my list. We have 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, 160, 180, 200, 220, 240, 260, 280, 290, 300, and 305. And I'm considering actually just being done stuffing Christmas for the rest of the year because, like I just said, I'm almost done with my shopping list. And I have other things that I could put that money towards, so I might actually not stuff Christmas anymore for the whole rest of the year. Don't hold me to that. I might change my mind depending on how things go, but I'm strongly considering putting that $20 a week toward a different category. Clothing is not getting anything this week just because it's not a priority for me right now, but we have 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, and 100 in there. It is stuffy in here, guys. I thought the AC was on, but maybe not. Family is going to be getting $5. We have 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 110, 115, and 120 in family. I did end up putting my Christmas tree up, and I decorated just with the Christmas decor that I had on hand. I didn't have much, actually. I didn't have as much as I even thought, but I'm happy with what I have, and it's so cute. I just love my Christmas tree. It's a small little Christmas tree, but I love it, and the ceilings in my house are not very tall, so it ended up working perfectly, and it just makes it so cozy and cute in the house. I just love it so much. I've never put my Christmas tree up this early, but I figured why not? I might as well go ahead and put it up and just enjoy it for longer. Fun is getting $10. I did spend 20 out of here on some frozen custard over the weekend. So we have 20, 40, 50, and 55 in fun. Candy is cracking me up. She's laying down, but her head is up, but she's falling asleep with her head up. I'm like, just lay down. It's okay. She's so stubborn sometimes. She doesn't want to miss anything, even when she's tired. Gifts is going to be getting $10. We have 100 in the bank, 200, 220, 240, 250, 260, 270, and 275 in there. I need to see what my sister wants for her birthday because I want to go ahead and get it purchased just because I like to get things over with. I don't really like to wait. Well, that's not really true. I do procrastinate a lot of things, but buying gifts and paying for things is not one of them. So I need to figure out what she wants for her birthday. I know she did put it in the family group message that she was in need of some scrubs. So maybe I'll see what she says. Home is going to be getting $10 as well. And it now has 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, 150, 160, 170, 175, and 180 in home. Obviously, I have not spent out of there. I did not end up getting the mop that I was talking about because I am going through the rest of my Swiffers. After those are gone, I will get the mop. I just haven't done it yet. I am going to be putting $20 in lawn care. There is 300 in the bank. This was the placeholder that was in Christmas, and since I'm not using it, I decided to move it over to lawn care. There's $300 in there, 320, 40, 60, 80, 90, and 395. We are coming up on 400 in that one, which is awesome. I was looking online, and they do sell fire pit kits, so you just buy everything you just buy all of the pieces together, like as a kit type situation. And I want to say it was around $250 for everything. I could be wrong about that, but I will probably look into doing that if the weather ever cools off. I'm sorry, but I'm just having a hard time getting into the fall spirit when it's 85 degrees. So maybe when the weather starts to cool off a little bit more, I'll look more into getting the fire pit, but not when it's almost 90 outside. Sam's Club is getting $10, and we did finally go to Sam's. We spent $224, which is normally around the amount that we spend every time, and my boyfriend and I split it. So we have 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, and 75 left over for next time. We did get some stuff around the house. That is kind of like a little loophole that I made. So home obviously is for things around the house, but I also have my Sam's category, which I used to buy laundry detergent, dishwashing liquid, things like that. So it's kind of like a little trick to not use up my home category, but it ends up working out perfectly having my home stuff come from Sam's, because not all of my home stuff does. Just things that I need in bulk that end up being cheaper when you buy it from Sam's. I am putting $30 in self-care. We are a little ahead of the game on this one, which is not a bad thing at all. I'm not complaining. I need 180 by the second week of December. We are currently at 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, 160, 170, 180, and 190. Wow. So we are already ahead of schedule on that. We actually have the right amount in there, and we're gonna have extra, which almost never happens. So that's very exciting. Travel, I'm going to be putting 40 in there. I'm going on a week-long trip to New Mexico on a ski trip with my family the last week of December. We have 300 in the bank, 20, 40, 60, 80, 400, 420, 40, 60, and 470. I was thinking, and every year since I have worked at my current job, this is my 6th year there, we get a end of year bonus. And since I am running out of time to stuff this, I was thinking if I get an end of year bonus, I can use some of that for travel, which would actually work out perfectly. So I'm not going to stress too hard about this. If I don't end up having enough for travel, which I don't really have a set end goal in mind, just enough to travel to a whole nother state for a week. So I'm going to keep stuffing it the way that I am, but also I should be getting an end of year bonus unless something bad happens, which fingers crossed that does not. So I will be able to use some of that for travel. So I'm not fully depending on that, but I am hoping that I can fall back on that. All right, moving over to our prop money. I accidentally marked on this with a pen, I think. Hopefully I can get that off. But this is fake money that represents real money that I have in my savings account. We are putting $10 in future. I've been putting $10 in here for a while, and it is adding up so nicely. So we have 100, 120, 140, 160, 170, and 180 in future. This does not have an end goal. I'm just gonna keep stuffing it until I know what I want to use it for, because it doesn't really have a set purpose, just for future spending. We will know when it comes around. Refinance has an end goal of $3,000, which I am going to hit by the end of the year. And I'm putting 200 in there today, 100 from my normal paycheck, and then 100 from my YouTube paycheck. We have 1,000, 1,100, 200, 300, 400, 500, and 1,600 in refinance. I am going to hit 3,000 by the end of the year, one way or another. My neighbor's dog is barking, which it does like pretty much 24/7. So if you can hear that, I am sorry. Emergency fund is getting 10. I am slowly but surely working on getting 6 months of living expenses saved up. I am between 3 and 4 right now, and I don't really have like a date that I want this to be done by. I am just adding $10 a week, and I'm probably going to be saving up for this one forever, honestly. So we have 7,100, 120, 140, 160, 170, and 7,180 in my savings account. And I also have 1,000 in my local bank. So just over 8,000 total in my emergency fund. I would like to get to 16,000. Obviously that's gonna take me quite a while. So, you know, we're just gonna be working on that one endlessly, probably. All right, guys, that is a wrap on this week's video. I hope you enjoyed. If you have not subscribed yet, please consider doing so and leave me a thumbs up. I upload these videos every Thursday, so I hope to see you here next week around the same time. Until then, I hope you have a great rest of your week and a great weekend, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye.